Asuka's been doing so great being Asuka and
Yeah.
this bully to Kyrie and this trying to intimidate people and the whatever this possessiveness or protectiveness she has over EO at the moment. Have you been thinking about my theory of this being one big ass setup, or do you think it's something else?
I think they're setting it up for Kyrie versus EO, bro. I mean, it's not Kyrie, but Oscar versus EO.
So you think they're setting up for Asuka versus EO? Yeah, I mean, I would
Yeah.
love to see the match. I ain't going to complain if I see it.
I think that's what it is. But going to your theory, if they do that, I will be very surprised. But it just seems like they causing tension within that group to set up them to have like separate stories,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like go on their own thing,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Oscar being very possessive. Like
Yeah,
every time like Kyrie's talking to somebody, she's like, Kyrie!
yeah,
They're like, bring your ass on.
yeah, yeah.
So I think they're setting it up on some old leadership like who's the real leader
Mm-hmm.
within that group. And it's gonna like be her versus excuse me, it's gonna be EO versus Oscar to see who's the real leader. And that whoever wins between that is gonna cause them to like depart. And I think Kyrie is gonna go whoever wins.
I think.
Which I think it might be Oscar.
You think it might be Asuka?
Even if Oscar loses, I think Kyrie might go on her side. Or maybe she might say, you know what? That you're not my leader. You lost. And she hangs out with EO and they do some on the side.
It's definitely an interesting shakeup,
It
from the
is.
norm that's been given to us over the past however years since they've all been together, going back to damage control and whatnot. So I like it. I welcome it. I still think it's a
Me too.
setup. But Oscar versus EO, if I'm going to get that match out of it, you better not do this on television. You better charge me
Italy,
$30 to watch this on ESPN. If
who you got?
between Oscar and EO,
Hmm.
um, I'm gonna answer this a couple ways. First, let's just say it was just a dream. Let's just say it was
Well
a
played.
face Oscar versus a face EO. I'll probably say EO. If it's a heel Oscar versus a face EO, I'm probably gonna go with a heel Oscar because Oscar is vicious and knows how to be dashly. She'll blow the mist in her face, put her in that
Hmm.
damn Oscar lock, that painful ass submission. Boom, there we go. Um, Hill versus Hill wouldn't happen unless it was like a tournament scenario or something. So I would probably lean more towards Hill Oscar. But what do you think?
I mean, EO's obviously a heel. I mean, not a heel, but she's obviously a face right now. I think they're pushing Oscar back towards heel,
Oh,
with the way she's
clearly,
acting.
clearly, her
Yeah.
behavior.
So I think they're gonna keep her in that role until that situation happens between her and EO. And I think EO, that's gonna be the thing that puts over. I mean, she's already over, but I just think Oscar's gonna be like the OG, like, rub. If I get a, victory against, Oscar, that kind of like, sets off to a whole different storyline because now they're not cool anymore. And it might set up like a little beef to where they like have like maybe like 2 or 3 matches.
Maybe. Hey, if one match is great, by all means, give me 2, 3. Lead up to a gimmick match if you have to. Just make sure
Like,
that the story makes sense. I could see them having a tight bond, betrayal, friendship,
yeah.
frenemies, enemies. So yeah, there can be a lot of heat.
Kyrie being torn between the two.
Kyrie being torn. Just don't give me a payoff for it. Like give me a good payoff for this, for you to break up this faction or this group. You got to give me a good
Yeah.
payoff, and you can't just blow it off at some random ass show. I still think it's Io Sky versus Rhea at WrestleMania. Injury, barring injury. But Asuka versus Io could totally be a WrestleMania match. They got the story's built
Hell
in.
yeah.
The
Hmm.
story's built in. So let's say somebody got hurt, and I don't want anybody to get hurt because Liv got to come back. You know what I mean? And I'm
Hmm.
assuming that Liv's going to come back face because of the Roxanne and Raquel stuff going on, right? They posting Instagram pictures together and shit. So
Yeah.
they can use that to put into the story. So Oscar could,
Roxanne,
I
I
want to
want
be
to be
your
your
man.
man.
So Oscar could feud with Liv as a heel to a newly returned face Liv. I mean, granted, Liv still got to
Yeah.
go after Kyrie, who is the one that quote unquote injured her in the accident. But
Hmm.
so she got to go after Kyrie. So things of that nature. But Oscar, Io, Sounds good for a match. They could turn it into a straight up feud, try to draw some money off of it, or it could be that big ass setup for a heel turn for Io Sky, Horseman beatdown, Io and the Kabukis, Horseman beatdown on Rhea Ripley, set her up. Rhea Ripley finally agrees to do that tag match, and then it's a setup.
It's given all the same. It's given the same vibe to the Horseman, like you said.
Yeah,
It seems like the same setup.
yeah. The thing is, at least Sting was reluctant to help Ric Flair because he already hated him, whereas Rhea would help Io out of respect, like wouldn't even bat an eye, like not. She wouldn't even like flinch. Yeah, I got your back. I'll be there. So she might jump into it sooner than Sting would, but Sting is quite gullible, and Rhea could be as well. I'm thinking like Rhea makes the save, right? The beatdown happens. Let's just say it's a setup. Let's just say it's a setup that we get a match out of. So Kabuki, they jump Io, then Io has a match with Asuka. Rhea makes the save, then they set up the tag match, and then that's when the big turn happens. Io, Asuka, and Kyrie been in cahoots this entire time. They all beat up Rhea, and now we got a heel version of Kabuki and Io. Bailey is going crazy with her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 personalities. They could put Damage Control back together. Who knows?
Yeah.
A lot of ways they can do this, but I am intrigued. So I like this slow turn to the dark side of Asuka. And she's talking more than she ever had in her entire run there. And I like it.
Me too. She needs to.
Yeah, I like it.
Like, talk to the people. Like, talk your shit. Like, even if it's just like on some old genuine, like, this is what I'm trying to do. This is how I feel. Talk your shit. People want to hear your voice.
Yeah. Asuka has so much.
Not just one-liners.
Asuka has so much damn charisma. Like, she has more charisma than Io and Kyrie combined. Asuka,
Oh, for sure.
Asuka is like, she's amazing. So
she is.
I'm interested to see where
shout out to Asuka, man.
So what now?
I said shout out to Asuka.
Yeah, shout out to Asuka. And if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Because when you hit the like button,
thank you in advance.
YouTube says, hey, let's send this to more like-minded hip-hop and wrestling fans.